Hello, and welcome to the Almost Homestead. So I thought I would take a minute and show you something cool that I have been doing lately, and that is dehydrating all the things. So initially I did this, A, because I was curious, and B, because I realized that you can often find a lot of cool veggies on sale at the grocery store. At ours specifically, they will put veggies that are kind of at the end of their time in bags together, and each bag is $1. And I was like, oh my God, like, can't beat that. But then you have to use them all basically within a day or two. So what am I gonna do with that many red peppers or that many zucchini, right? So then I started dehydrating. And as I did that, I also noticed that it solves a problem for me, because when COVID started, and we were locked down, when Indiana started the lockdowns, and even if they hadn't, I had COVID. So I personally was going to be locked down either way because I had long COVID. But regardless, my husband couldn't work, and I realized that our food stocks are not adequate. And it's very difficult to have food stocks for us because my husband is on the keto diet. And the things that are really easy to hoard and that last a long time are things that he can't have. Rice, beans, other starchy things. Those we don't use for him. So this is a way that I have started to basically extend our food stocks. Now, you see they are in baggies. And the reason is that for that is not because they should be in baggies. They should totally not be. They should be in sealed jars. However, most of the things that I'm showing you aren't going to last long enough for it to be an issue. Because like I said, I do use these a lot. Well, actually, I don't think I told you that, but I do use them a lot. So now you know. Anyway, let me show you what I've got and show you that I do actually keep some of the things in jars if they're not going to be used quickly. So this is kale that I dehydrated in the summer. I toss it randomly into things where I think it will not be tasted or noticed. I put some yesterday into a soup. You couldn't tell. Casseroles, sometimes I put it in. You can put it in with your meatballs. It's just a way to make your foods more nutrient dense without really changing the flavor, which I like. So kale is really good for that. So I've got some other things here I thought I would show you what it is and how I use it. So I have dried cauliflower. So at my grocery store, they will often mark down their packages of pre-cut cauliflower. And that one was even better because it was organic cauliflower. So I just chopped it up really fine, tossed it in the dehydrator. And what I found that that's really good for so far is cheesy cauliflower soup. You just, once you've got the liquids all in, you toss the cauliflower in, you let it kind of gently simmer for like 15 minutes, and then you add the cheese. That way the cauliflower has a chance to rehydrate. I don't think you can tell that it's from dehydrated cauliflower, personally. And I also have one I just dehydrated a few days ago, and that is broccoli and cauliflower mix. This is what is left from when I made broccoli and cauliflower cheesy soup this week. Mushrooms. These can always be in a bag. They do not last long. But you know, when your containers of the white button mushrooms are on clearance because they're towards the end. Now, if they look like they are brown or slimy, I'm out. But if they're still mostly white, slice them up, dehydrate them. These are amazing in soups. I put these in my little chicken broth I make every week, in my bone broth. I can use them in other soups. I don't know what else you can use them in because there's usually none left after that. And then fruits. So I dehydrated these peaches. They were in one of the bags for $1. There were 5 of them. And I was like, So in retrospect, if you're going to use these to snack on, I would not cut them in the way that I cut them because I basically made fries. And the fries are good, but they're not ideal. If you're going to eat them raw, I would use, instead of cutting them like fries, I would just slice them and eat them that way. I think they would taste better. But I did these because I wanted to try and make my own peaches and cream yogurt. So I haven't tried that yet, but no, it's on its way. What I have done, did I say yogurt? I meant oatmeal. Peaches and cream oatmeal, sorry. But what I have been doing, every day I take a handful, honestly about this much, of apple, and I put it into my oatmeal when I make it. So I use the regular oatmeal, not like the quick oats, and I add my water, add some heavy cream, add flaxseed powder, mix those and apples, toss them in the microwave for 2 minutes, stir, do 30 seconds more, take it out. I add peanut butter and honey and raisins. But it's really cool because you really don't taste that much of the apples. The apples have a lot of properties that help with your cholesterol. So I've been really trying to work on apples as a way, adding them into things so that I can work on decreasing my cholesterol. So those have been really helpful. I'm actually missing one. I don't know where I put it last night, but I also dehydrated red peppers, and that's been really cool. I put some of those in my quesadillas last night. Those also have been really good in soups. And that's a way that even if there's a disaster, if I can just keep meat somehow, because we've got meat cooked in the freezer, uncooked in the deep freezer. If I can just keep those cold, I will have all the other things necessary to make a soup, and it will still be keto, so it won't hurt my husband. So that's what I've done so far. I mean, there's some fruits and veggies that go into the clearance that I won't touch. If they look gross, if they look like they're too far gone, it's not worth my time. But there's a lot of things in there that are. Oh, I forgot to show you what I just did. Such a space cadet. Thanks for loving me anyway. But if I can reach it, last night I got a wild hair, and this goes back to not wasting. I dehydrated onions. So 2 reasons for that. First of all, I love the dehydrated onions that they have at McDonald's. It is literally the only reason that I eat at McDonald's. I understand that their meat is I understand that their meat is of questionable origin, very questionable quality. But I really like ketchup and dehydrated onions on my hamburger, so I go to McDonald's. However, now I have my dehydrated onions at home. But also, my onion, I had cut up an onion for broth. No, I cut it up to use part of it for some sausage, like to cook with some sausage that I was going to make into a dressing. Like cornbread dressing, keto cornbread dressing, which was, by the way, amazing. But I had some onion left and I didn't want it to go to waste or go bad in the fridge. So I just chopped it up and put it in the dehydrator, and I think that's going to be awesome. I can toss that into soups. I can toss that into casseroles. I could grind it up and make onion powder. Lots of things you can do with that. But I'm most excited about putting it on a hamburger. Just need to buy some hamburger meat tomorrow and I will be set. Oh yeah. So I'm curious, have you found any other cool ways to find things for dehydrating, or have you found any other cool ways to dehydrate things that you have found? Let me know in the comments. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I know that other people would love to hear what information you have, or you can even make a video telling us how you dehydrate and tell us in the comments that you did. Okay, so as always, if you like this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and as always, eat something wild. Maybe some dehydrated apples. They're really good.